Hi friends, how's it going? This is INxJOY and today we have a pick a card for you. Today's topic is what are their intentions? So I found that there's a lot of energy with reconciliation amongst the collective right now, and I want to make sure that my collective understands and can navigate through this time knowing what the other person's intentions are in terms of who's coming back into their life and why they're coming back into their life. Today we have 4 piles to choose from. This is pile 1, this is pile 2, this is pile 3, and this is pile 4. If you need time to meditate on your pile, please do. This is the energy of the person you are inquiring about. So if that helps a little bit with your judgments, but yeah, whatever you feel drawn to right now is your pile. And yeah, I will see you at your reading. Hi pile 1, if you've chosen this card, then this is your reading. This card is a ruby. So let me just... Yeah, okay. So, your person, this card represents your person. Actually, let me start by saying thank you for being here. And today we're doing the reading on what are their intentions. And so for your person, this card is representative of your person. So your person, sorry, I keep saying that a lot. But yeah, this is a ruby. So let me see what dates the ruby corresponds with when it comes to gemstone birth dates. July. So if you know anyone born in July, then this is them. And if that doesn't resonate, anyone who is an Aries, so that would be around April, March, April-ish. Yeah. So this person who you're inquiring about is quite feisty, quite passionate. They might be a bit more on the wealthier side. They are kind of spicy, and they're just someone like, I'm thinking of like Maddie from Euphoria, kind of like that personality, someone who's very like protective and who's very fierce, who's loving, but like will get into a fight if necessary kind of deal. So that is your person. So yeah, this is how you know whether or not this reading is for you. So let's figure out their intentions towards you, and then we're gonna look at some other things like why are they coming back into your life, and like what you should do, or what like divine source is suggesting you do. Again, this is your life, your choice. You always get to make the decisions, but if you just need some advice, we might pull some cards for advice later. All right. So what is the intention for my pile 1s? You have the 3 of Cups to begin. You have the 9 of Wands. Yeah. Intentions this person has for my pile 1s. This is the 2 of Pentacles. Intentions. You have the Queen of Pentacles, and then Temperance in reverse. And then clarify cards, please. You have the 5 of Pentacles, Swords. Just 2 more clarifiers, please. You have the Hermit in reverse. And this person's intentions, those are pile ones. And then you end off with the 10 of Cups. Okay. I really love the descriptions that are in this book, so I am going to be pulling some descriptions from this book when necessary, but let's begin. So, the person on your mind, the person coming back into your life, their intentions for you at this time. They kind of miss you, you know? They miss hanging out with you. They miss just playing around with you. They just basically miss you in their life. They're kind of feeling quite lonely. With this 2 of Swords, clarifying this Knight of Wands, it really feels the imagery really feels like they are kind of bored. They just kind of miss having a companion. They miss having a friend. They miss having someone to hang out with. And they're kind of looking towards you, like how this cat is looking towards the bulls in this photo. Like you're a rainbow, you know, like you're like this thing they want, but they can't have because they're too full. But like they're reminiscing quite heavily on the past times with this 5 of Pentacles here. Usually the 5 of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck is like something more of like a down and out energy, but in this deck it is very loving. This 5 of Pentacles is really different because it connotes, like, look at these 2 like cats, they're almost kissing. It's so cute. But it kind of more signifies like romance, hope, with a lot of the star imagery. A lot more of a more like camaraderie feeling. And so it feels like their heart is not in the best place right now with this. This sack kind of looks like a heart. I know it's not supposed to be a heart, but right now that's what it looks like to me. But the heart isn't like completely fully formed. It looks like crumpled. It's like not really like in the best position. It's not really full, you know? It kind of feels like there's an emptiness in their life without you. Yeah. And they have a really hard time staying balanced with this Temperance in reverse. They don't like going inwards with this Hermit in reverse. They don't like looking at what they've done. They're a very impulsive person. With this Ruby card signifying who they are, they aren't someone to kind of like think about their wrongdoings of the past. They're not someone who they're not someone to like reflect on their kind of actions and why everything happened the way they are. They're kind of someone who's more like on to the next, you know? And so like it's interesting because with you and your connection, they're now in an energy where they kind of have to be put in this reflection zone. Like usually they are on to the next. That's the kind of person they are. But like with you kind of got them in their feels. You both have a soul tie to each other. So there are lessons that needed to be learned within this connection. It's just this person doesn't really feel like they don't really feel like they have, like, no one has it all together. Like, you know, we live in a world, but like it's more they don't feel, I feel like they are maturing, you know? I feel like when you knew them in the past, they weren't mature enough to recognize what happened within the connection between you two. And so they acted out in ways that weren't the best. They might have said things that they didn't mean. They might have been passive aggressive towards you. They might have been fully aggressive towards you. They weren't in a space where they could really understand the reasons they felt why they're feeling. Because not everyone has the gift of empathy. Not everyone has the gift of self-reflection. Like, it's kind of crazy to think about, because if you're coming to this channel and if you do watch tarot videos, I know you are such a kind-hearted, beautiful soul, and you're someone who always has other people's heart in mind, and you have the best intentions for other people. So it's hard for you to think about like other people not having that. But yeah, it's true. Other people don't always have the same kind of recognition when it comes to their feelings, when it comes to other people's feelings. Some people literally cannot feel. They are very numb to what they're feeling. It is a gift to truly be able to feel. And so with this person, it feels like they're someone who's more into the very passionate, very like energetic, more playful side of relationships. But when it comes to emotions, they're kind of messy, you know? With this 3 of Cups, like, look how messy these bowls are. These bowls have water dripping everywhere. Like, it's not a clean, contained water. It's spilling all over the place. And with this 10 of Cups here, like, they know what they want, but they can't really understand what, like, how to get there, like, you know. So the intentions they have with you are to come back into your life with kind of the same energy of the past, something that's a little bit more like playful and easy and fun. And if this is a romantic connection, romantic with like a lot more like dates and adventures and stuff like that, like that's how they feel when it comes to the intentions they have with you. But I don't think they've done enough self-reflection. Like, look at this Temperance in reverse. Like, this cat is trying to lick out of the fishbowl, and like that's not good, you know. Like, to drink fish water is not like the best place you can be. I think they're just kind of latching on to anything they could have, anything that's easy, anything that's like that will kind of cure their boredom. That's how it feels. And apologies if like that's not exactly the message you wanted to hear, but I think you should have the right to know that like this person, I don't want to say it's like it's bad intentions why they're coming into your life. I think you just should be more careful with regards to like knowing that they haven't changed so much. Like, they have matured a bit, but like it's because the connection is severed. It's because the connection like isn't there for them to really like lean on. Like, again, this does feel a lot like Yeah, this feels like the character Maddie. It feels um, like, like they think you're their soulmate, whether that be romantic or platonic. Like they really do think that um, you're like a really huge part into their life, and they really do miss having you there. Mm-hmm. Okay. We're gonna get some cards for you in regards to like what you should do about the situation. So what should like advice for you? What is some advice for my pile ones? You have, oh, interesting. You have the Hanged Woman. You have the Emperor. You also have the Queen of Cups in reverse. And just one more card, please. And then you also have the Tower. So yeah, okay. So when it comes to you, the advice that the Divine Source wants you to know is that you can think about this. You have time to think about what you want to do with this connection. With the Hanged Woman upright, it feels like you definitely are doing the right thing by watching this video. You definitely are doing the right thing by like kind of pulling your energy back for now. In regards to like weighing the causes of having this person in your life, it feels like you're someone who's thinking about it and really like seeing it from all perspectives. You're not just seeing it from your perspective, you're also seeing it from their perspective, but it's something that they can't do for you. So like, just remember when you are reminiscing on past events with this person to like have a good head on your shoulders, to be a bit more discerning when it comes to, oh, like this thing happened, I didn't like it, and not to romanticize it, you know, like although like there are some past memories that are really nice and are really beautiful between you two, keep a good head on your shoulders and remind yourself why this relationship fell apart in the first place. With the Emperor and the Tower here, it feels like there is a moment for you to really be in your power, to be in your protective energy of yourself, because something happened between you that caused this tower to fall, right? And like, Divine Source doesn't want to see you hurt again, just as much as your higher self, your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, whatever you work with. They don't want to see you have to deal with someone who's not ready. And that's how it really feels. It really does feel like this person isn't ready for how much abundance you give in their life, how much joy and love and care that you give in their life. It feels like they still need some time to reflect and to think and to really understand who they are and what happened between you before anything good can come from this connection. I feel like you're someone, again, who can put yourself in their shoes, but it's time for them to mature, to grow up, and to put themselves in your shoes. And so yeah, just continue to do what you're doing. Continue to like weigh out the pros and cons of this person. And again, this is your life. Don't let a tarot reading ever dictate your choices. But this is just some advice, you know, like, again, you don't have to take this advice. If you want to let them back into your life and see how it goes, then honestly, like, be my guest. Like, it's this is your life, you know, you're the emperor. You get to make the decisions. You are the person in charge of your life. And so, like, I think what Divine Source just wants you to be aware of is that when you are making decisions, do it from a place of more of like more with the actualities of what happened between you. Like, it feels like don't let your heart persuade you into thinking, oh, like they're changed, they can like be a better person. Like, yeah, of course people do change, but like just know that sometimes that change is slow. Sometimes that change will hurt you in ways, and I don't think like it's a good idea to come from a place where it's just your heart. Of course, come from a place of your heart, but also use your mind, use your past experiences, use your rationality when it comes to discerning if this person is right for you, because this Queen of Cups is in reverse, and the Emperor is upright. It just feels like you should come from a place of more of a mental facilities than anything. Yeah. Okay. Last cards to prompt you. I got this new deck. It's really fun. This is Ruby Kaur's writing prompts for relationships. So I'm super excited to use it. Yeah, this is a new deck. So if we can just have a writing prompt for my pile number ones. Okay, okay, interesting. The question posed to you is, I would like the relationship between my partner and my family to look like blank. So if you want to meditate on, maybe family is super important to you, you know, and so like maybe your family was someone who like didn't really like this person. So maybe just kind of think about that. And then you also have, there are 3 cards here. You also have, imagine you can have a 30-minute conversation with anyone in your lineage. Who would it be and what would you ask them? So maybe pray to your ancestors at this time, connect with your ancestors or the people in your family. There's a lot of family stuff. You also have the values I'm most thankful my family have instilled in me are blank. So just remember where you come from when it comes to how you condone yourself and like who you let into your life, and like, you know, and it kind of like take it as if you were like one of your family members. Like, you know, you wouldn't want to see any of your family go back to a person that wasn't good for them, right? Like, or like, yeah, you know. And then you also have describe your earliest childhood memory in as much detail as possible. So like when you are reminiscing, like this person might be from your childhood, but if you are reminiscing on this person, just to like get all the facts of what happened between you two, you know. Before you make a decision on whether you want to keep them in your life, just like really put yourself in your legacy shoes, you know. Like, this is your opportunity to really define who you are and what your character is and what you will allow back into your life and what boundaries you would like to put in with this person, you know. Because I really do believe you deserve someone who is a bit more mature, who can empathize with you a bit more. And until that day comes, like, you know, like, again, this is your life, this is your decisions, but like, remember to protect yourself, to take care of yourself, to just surround yourself with loving and unconditional energy that you extend to other people. You know, you deserve it too. Yeah. Whew. So that is what I have for you today, my dear pile ones. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for being here. I love you so, so much. You got this. Again, this is your life. So yeah, wishing you all the best. Take care. Bye. Hi, pile two. If you've chosen this card, then this is your reading. Today we're looking at the question of what are their intentions? And this is meant for people who are in separation and for people who are in reconciliation as well. This card represents your person, so let's see if this is your reading. This card is the Vanadinite. Very pretty. So this person is very playful, but they might lack a bit of self-discipline. Yeah, so they also might be prone to anger a little bit. Yeah, and I'm thinking of like the fire signs. So, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, like those might resonate with you. Yeah, someone who's kind of going through a lot of blockages right now, who kind of like, you might have been the person to really like give them motivational speeches, to give them like a boost of confidence. Like this person just kind of feels like they're really sweet and playful and wonderful, but like it just also feels like they're also kind of immature in some ways. They just kind of need some growing up to do. Yeah, but yeah, it feels like they kind of depend on you quite a bit for being someone to push them into the right direction. So it feels a little codependent. But, you know, yeah, if that sounds like the person you're inquiring about, then this is your reading. And there's like, you know, codependency is definitely something everyone learns and needs to like understand within themselves. It's not necessarily a good or bad thing. It's just like a thing, you know. It gets bad when it gets to the extremes. Like they can't really like self-regulate without you, you know, like that's when it gets bad. But like it's nice to like be codependent in some ways, like, oh, like this person like really like loves playing like Minecraft with you, and so like they won't play it unless you're playing it, you know, like that's not bad. It's kind of sweet. So it really depends on your situation. So what are this? Let's look at this person's intentions towards you. Oh, and we already started with the Hermit in reverse. Yeah, this person does feel like someone who has a hard time reflecting. This is very similar to my pile ones, but we will probably get different messages. So what is this person's intention towards my pile twos? You have the Ace of Swords here with the Seven of Wands. You have the Tower. You have the Ten of Wands as well in reverse. You have the Queen of Wands. You have the Three of Cups. And then you also have the Eight of Wands. A lot of Wands energy. A lot of fiery, a lot of creative, a lot of spark when it comes to this connection. So their intentions with you so it kind of feels like their intentions with you is still quite codependent. If you see this Ace of Swords here with this cat being carried by its owner, it feels like this person like really depends on you to take care of them, to take care of their needs, to like keep them healthy, keep them well manicured, keep them in their place. Like it really does feel like this person doesn't really have a lot of self-discipline, and their intentions are for you to like kind of be the person to like do more of the work for them, and that's not exactly the message I wanted to give, but it doesn't feel like their heart's in the right place. With the Hermit and Judgment in reverse, it feels like they're just kind of bored and like they're not really reflecting, they're not really going inwards to understand why they feel the way they feel and what they should do about it. It feels like their intentions for coming back into your life is for you to kind of pick up their slack. And they kind of want to be this Queen of Wands, kind of like someone who's just kind of like sitting by the fireplace, just like not a care in the world, just like resting, doing their thing, and like it just feels like they want you to do the work, They kind of want you to be this fire for them. They want you to be someone to keep them warm and safe and happy and, content, because it feels like they are locked out of your life with this Ten of Wands in reverse. This cat is locked out. It's in the mesh area of a door. So it feels like there's like semi-permeable aspects to your relationship right now. It feels like you're probably on speaking terms, but these speaking terms there's a lot of boundaries, there's a lot of like there's still distance between you two. It's not like it's completely cut off, but like it definitely does feel like you're very hesitant to bring them back into your life. And I think that's for a good reason, because with this Eight of Wands here, it just kind of feels like they're just gonna make a mess of a lot of things and like kind of be like this like this very gluttonous cat, like it just feels like they're gonna take and take and take and take, and expect you to give like a lot, and it's just like it feels like without you in their life, it is like this tower moment. It feels like it is this moment where like they don't really know what to do. It's no longer playtime, it's no longer fun. It's just like they have to like run away, but they're not going inwards. They're not like self-reflecting, They're just kind of like waiting for you to come back. They're just waiting for the good times to come back, but like, and they just want to be this happy fat cat and just like have you there to take care of them. And I don't really think you deserve that, my pile twos. So their intentions for coming back into your life, like aren't the greatest. And it's so interesting that like the codependency, like it came through so like fast with their energy, you know. It just feels like there's someone who like just loves to take. They just love to like get their money's worth. They love to like expunge like all they can out of something or someone. They love reaping the benefits, but they don't like putting in the hard work to get there. They want you to do that. They want you to do the hard work, and they just want to like sit back and enjoy and reap the benefits that you've sown. And I'm getting really angry. So I'm just getting kind of protective because like, I don't think that's something you deserve, you know? And I think with you, like you're, again, such a beautiful heart space kind of person. It feels like you're someone who is really giving because you just have this huge heart, you know. You have the crazy ability to be able to empathize and feel and to understand someone else's pain. But it kind of feels like they want you to coddle them. And I think you're going through a metamorphosis right now where you're no longer letting people take advantage of you. I feel like you're someone who's really understanding that yes, you are amazing. Yes, you are so generous, but your generosity should only be reserved for people who are as equally generous towards you as well. Because I think that you've had multiple times in your life where your cup was emptied and then no one was willing to pour back into that cup, especially this person was not willing to pour back into your cup. And so like you are recognizing how much that takes a toll on you. That takes a toll on your mind, body, and soul. Because you know, the body keeps score. And I think there is this wariness to let them back into your life for a good reason. I think that you are really putting in the work in regards to your own self-reflection, your own self-discipline, your own understanding of who you are and what you bring to the table. And like, I think there have been good times with this person, and I think you do really like to give, and that's not a bad thing. I think that's a beautiful thing. I think being able to be so loving is something we need more of in the world, but I don't think this person really deserves it. Yeah, I think this person just has some growing up to do. I think they really they're kind of a more extreme version of the pile ones, you know. Like with the pile ones, there was more of like this playful energy of like good times, good memories. Like it was a little bit more balanced, but like not really. Like but like with this pile, it just feels like they expect you to mother them. They expect you to parent them. They expect you to father them. They expect you to be the person to take care of them and to like do so much work for them. And like that's what they like want from this relationship is to kind of like take your kindness, you know? She's like, or they are, or he's like, you know, whatever pronouns you use. They're so kind, they're just going to do this for me, you know? Like that's the kind of energy that they have when it comes to this relationship. You know, I don't need to I don't need to wash my dishes because this person will do it for me. Like they just feel kind of entitled. You know, and again, I think they really do need to put in the work. I think they really do need to grow up and mature and to recognize that a relationship takes takes more than one person. It takes two to tango. And I think you're just at a time and space where you're recognizing that like you're much more worthy of more generous connections. You're much more worthy of people who will give back to you. And we love that for you, pile twos. So let's get some advice on what Divine Source just wants to tell you in regards to this connection. Again, this is your own life, your own choice, so you get to decide on what you want to do. And I think the decision will be different for everybody depending on where they're at when it comes to their self-love journey. Because for some of you, you will just be like, hell no, I don't want this person back in my life. Like, I've grown, I've changed. I don't need this energy back into my life. And then for others of you, you might be like, oh, but I really miss this person and I really like being able to give, and you know, like that's your own journey, you know? So like that's your own journey. Just remember that your self-worth isn't tied to how much output you give. You know, that's just a fallacy created by the capitalist system of wanting to take advantage of you. But again, you're someone who has divinity within you. You're someone who is going through a phase of really recognizing how much you bring to the table and recognizing who deserves to be at your table, not you squishing into someone else's table. Who deserves to be at your table? All right, so we're gonna get some advice from Divine Source. You have the King of Wands in reverse. You also have the Two of Cups in reverse. You have the Two of Wands in reverse, and again, this is not like my deck is in reverse right now. It's upright, so like this is kind of wild with how many reverse cards came out right now. It's all reverse cards that came out, and again, my deck is upright, so that's kind of wild. That's kind of crazy. So yeah, when it comes to the advice for you, it just really feels like regardless of your feelings for this person, because with the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups here, look at these cards. Like, I'll put them upright for a second. I feel like this is both you and the person in the past. This might be someone you considered your twin. This might be someone you considered your soulmate, someone who was just really important in your life. And so that's why you want you want the connection to rekindle, and that's totally fair. It's just I feel like that's blocking you from seeing for half of you, it's blocking you from seeing like your own self-worth and what's good for you. And then for the other half, you already recognize like, oh, like this person, like sure we had good times in the past, but the past is the past, and what they did to me and how they used me is something I won't put up with anymore. And I think the advice that Divine Source really wants to give you right now is to really be in your own energy. When you have reversals in your spread, there's a lot of signifiers of where it can go. It can either be something of the literal reversed meaning of the card, or it can signify like your inward energy and what like is needed from you at the time. So like it feels like, yeah, I'm hearing be your own best friend. It feels like you're someone who also kind of depended on them to give you a sense of satisfaction, to give you a purpose of who you were. But I think it's time for like divine source just wants you to really understand that you deserve so much more than what this person is willing to give you, and you deserve the love that you give to them. And I think that's why the phrase "be your own best friend" is coming up, because it feels like you need to experience all the love that you give outward. You need to experience the energy that you put into others and put that back into yourself. And it just doesn't feel like this person is it. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm so sorry if that's not what you want to hear. For half of you, it's just like you're just gonna disregard this reading, and that's totally okay. It's your life. But for the other half who is like, yeah, like you're ready to move on, like I'm so excited for you and for what's about to come, because it feels like you're gonna really enjoy and understand who you are and really recognize like the beauty of who you are, and define your self-worth from within rather than this person. It feels like you're gonna be romanticizing your life, and you're going to be really getting to know you from all these different perspectives, what you like, what you don't like, and like who you are, and like, you know, it just feels like it will be a new chapter for you if you decide to let this person go. And you know, not everyone's ready for that, and I totally understand that, and that's totally fair. But like for those who are ready to let this person go, I think it's just gonna bring in so much more space, so much more room for you to grow. Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna get a few more cards out of this deck. This is writing prompts if you want to like journal about it, or if you just want to think about it. So this one is, in what unexpected ways has a partner shown up for you? Yeah. I really do think Divine Source really wants you to go back and really see if this person has been there when you needed them. Okay. And this one is, explain any challenges you've experienced in relationships due to your own or your partner's cultural or religious beliefs. Yeah, this person might have been someone who didn't like respect what you believed in. So I think just kind of like reminiscing on that, it kind of feels like this person is like someone who like thinks astrology and like tarot is a joke, and like who like has no beliefs at all but will make fun of other people's beliefs. And it's not like they're like a terrible person. I just think they're someone who just isn't well versed in who they are, so they kind of make fun of others who know themselves. And I feel like they've done that to you. All right, 2 more cards, please, Divine Source. You also have, Sunday mornings in my childhood home looked like. So just think back on your childhood, and like how would you want your younger self to be treated? You know, like how would you want your childhood self and like your inner child to be treated? I feel like you might have to go deep into why you allowed this person into your life in the first place, and how that's linked to what you grew up with. And then you also have, when is it important to you to compromise in a romantic relationship, and when is it not? Wow, these cards are absolutely glorious when it comes to writing prompts, because yeah, I'm gonna just repeat that. When is it important to you to compromise in a romantic relationship, and when is it not? You know, there are some things in life where it's okay to compromise, and it's okay to like you know, like meet someone halfway, but like there are some beliefs where you can't and where you shouldn't, you know? And if that like resonates with you, well, I'm really excited for what's to come for you, because I think your strength in putting in boundaries and your strength in knowing who you are and discovering who you are and your vulnerability in expressing yourself is something beautiful that should be celebrated and should be really complimented by someone who's willing to meet you halfway. Because again, I don't feel like this person is. Yeah. So that's what I have for you today, my pile twos. Again, this is your life, your choice, but I do wish you the best. I do hope that you continue to recognize the divinity within you and see how beautiful you are, because you really are. And I'm sending you so much love and care. Bye. Hi, pile threes. If you've chosen this card, then this is your reading. So we're looking at the question of what are their intentions. And this is for people who are in separation and reconciliation. And this applies to all facets of relationship types, whether that be romantic, platonic, familial, you know, whichever resonates with you. So this card is your person on your mind, the person you're inquiring about, their energy, and yeah, let's see if this is your reading or not. This is the blue calcite. This is someone who's dreamy, someone who is more like someone into meditation and vision board making. Yeah. But this is also like someone who is a bit more anxious, who worries quite a bit, who stresses out a little bit. But yeah. It feels like this person is someone who like who has a hard time really like following their intuition, following what they want, what their dreams are. It feels like they like stress a lot when it comes to like work, and they're like these busy bees. So like this person might meditate to calm down. They might make vision boards to guide them into their future, but it feels like they're really anxious and they like stress and they worry, and they kind of have their self-worth dependent on their own accomplishments. And you know, like again, they feel like someone who's like super sweet and super kind, but like who just puts so much emphasis on their accomplishments validating who they are. Okay, so let's look at their intentions with you, my pile of threes. And I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting me and hanging out with me and listening to this. So let's see what your person's intentions are. So what are the intentions of my pile threes person? You have the Page of Wands. You have the Knight of Wands. This cat looks worried. Like, oh my god. You have the Magician. What is this person's intentions with my pile? My pile threes. You have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. You have the Sun in reverse. You have the Seven of Pentacles upright. And just a few more clarifiers, please. You have the King of Pentacles. You have the Two of Wands. And just one more card. Thank you. And then you also have the Six of Wands. Yeah, this is very nervous energy. Very nervous energy. Like right away, we have this cat. Like, look at this cat. Like, this is definitely a cat that is like anxiety ridden. Yeah. But still someone who's kind of playful. So the intentions this person has towards you, it's a little hard to like read because none of these cats are really looking at the card, you know. It feels like this person is reminiscing on the good and more anxiety inducing times. It doesn't feel like this person is confrontational. I feel like they're very like hesitant. They're someone who really avoids conflict, avoids confrontation. And they're just kind of, they're trying to definitely change the relationship dynamic between the two of you. And I think they're just kind of seeing where it goes. There's no expectations on what happens between the two of you. I think it's a very more playful energy with so many different wands here, and so many different cat toys that came out of this spread. It feels like there's someone who's just kind of like, who kind of misses having fun in their life. And I feel like you brought in a lot of fun. With the Sun in reverse here, it definitely feels like you're someone who brought a lot of that joy, a lot of that warmth, a lot of that camaraderie that this person is really craving. With this Four of Pentacles in reverse, it feels like there's someone who wants treats, who wants to have like a companion. But like, yeah, they look at a lot of the times you had with them and they do see it in a good light. But yeah, I feel like it was a delayed response. With the Sun in reverse, it feels like, clarifying the Page of Wands, it definitely feels like when you both separated out of each other's lives, it feels like they just had so much anxiety over it, and it took them a really long time to recognize what you brought to the table. And now it feels like they're just trying to like play with the idea of like you being back into their life again. Their intentions are to change the relationship, are to kind of bring it into like a higher dynamic with this Magician here upright. It feels like they're trying to really like do better when it comes to putting themselves in your shoes. But I do feel like they're avoiding a lot of aspects. They're avoiding a lot of conflicts. With this King of Pentacles, Page of Wands, it just kind of feels, and like all this like toy energy, it just kind of feels like they're distracted at the moment. They're just not really like putting in the work because they're a bit scared to put in the work, you know. I think they're scared to be rejected by you. They're scared to like not have it work out. But they are focused on having you back into their life with this Seven of Pentacles upright, clarifying the Knight of Wands especially. It definitely feels like they're focused on pursuing you and pursuing the relationship that you two have together. It just kind of feels like they're a bit busy at this time, and it might be because of work. With this King of Pentacles here, so like they're a bit distracted with other things going on with their life. But in regards to their intentions with you, it doesn't seem like anything like bad. I think they just kind of want to like reconcile this relationship and see where it goes, and like kind of have someone in their life where they can like joke around with and play and like just like enjoy life again. It just kind of feels like you brought them more of a more fun aspect into their life. Yeah, I feel like they kind of put in the work. With this Six of Wands here, they put in the work in regards to, because the Six of Wands is normally about victory and celebration. So like with this card, it just feels like they have put in the work in regards to really reflecting and really understanding and really trying to like see it from your side. Unlike the first two piles that I did, I feel like this person like actually has reflected and gone inwards, especially with this Magician here. It feels like they really like have been trying to understand the connection and why the separation happened in the first place. Yeah. And they're just in this energy of like trying to know whether or not this relationship will like work, you know? Like it feels like they're kind of like they're very contemplative whether or not this is like good. But it comes from a place of insecurities. It comes from a place of possessiveness, you know? And it feels like they have this need for control that they're trying to let go of right now. And with more time, it feels like they will be victorious with the Six of Wands clarifying it. It just feels kind of like they're recognizing within them like why things didn't work out between you two, and like how much their own insecurities, their own anxieties, their own distractions led to what happened between you two. So their intentions are like, just there's no expectation, you know, like they're just kind of seeing where this goes, and it doesn't seem like they're coming from a bad place. I think they're coming from a place where they do miss you, where they do want you back into their life, but there's no expectations of like you coming back into their life. They fully recognize that like you left them for a reason, you know, you left them because like of their own insecurities, of their own anxieties too, and you know, like partially because of the way they neglected you. With this King of Pentacles, it feels like they recognize that they like didn't put in the work when they should have. But they're also like kind of in a space where they kind of can't put in the work right now. So it's, you know, take it as it resonates. So let's get some advice for my pile threes. You have the Three of Wands to start. You have the Star. We love that. Ooh. It's too many. That is one too many. I just need 2 more cards if that's okay. And there you go. Those are 2. You have the World and the Nine of Coins. Okay. Okay, so the advice you have is to kind of look at it from an open perspective. You know, with this Three of Wands here, it's about broadening your horizons. It's about making your own luck. It's about speculating to accumulate. It's, you know, it's about like being responsive towards the things that's going on around you. And I think like you know that. So it feels like with the Star, the World, and the Nine of Coins, these are all great cards to have. It feels definitely like there's hope in this connection, that it can reconcile to be something really beautiful. There's definitely something coming to completion with this world being here. And I think it's like them recognizing what happened between you. So I think, you know, just like reminiscing on like the joy that they also brought to you. Because look at the sunflowers here in the sun and the sunflowers here in the Nine of Coins. They're like the same. They're like the exact same sunflowers. So it feels like this person did really bring you stability, and it brought you like this really fruitful kind of life that you did enjoy. And so your advice is to kind of be responsive towards things. Don't react too much. If they need time to think about things, if the connection needs to move a little bit slower, just let it happen, you know. Don't rush into things, and continue to keep that hope there in regards to what can happen between you two. Because I feel like with this pile, there's definitely a lot more hope in reconciliation, you know. I think both parties are coming from a place where they've matured and they've grown and they've completed their own cycles with this world. I definitely feel like you've completed a cycle in regards to knowing your self-worth and knowing who you are and knowing what you'll allow in. And I definitely feel like you've also been a lot better with managing your emotions and understanding where they come from, and really like communicating that in a very healthy place. And it feels like if you let this connection grow, it will grow. And if you let this connection kind of be as is without any expectations, like they also have, I think this can come from a good place. And I think that it feels like it will just bring you back into a sense of safety and encouragement, and it feels very healthy. It feels very healthy. Yeah. Apologies. I'm getting a little bit emotional because this is the pile I actually chose, so it was hard for me to get this reading, but I'm glad we got there. So let's get a few cards to just end the reading off, just some things to think about. If you journal, these are some writing prompts for you to journal. Yeah, okay. So I would like the relationship between my partner and my family to look like. Oh, apologies. My camera just died. I wonder if this... Oh. Oh, I wonder where it cut off. Apologies. This whole reading might just be a photo. Yeah, I'm so sorry if like this whole reading is just a photo. I don't know whether or not it was recording, so I really do hope that you are okay with this being more like a podcast style, more of an auditory style. But yeah, let's get 3 more prompts for you. You have, how do you see your relationship with your best friend changing over the next 10 years? What topics are important for you and your best friends to agree on? And just one more card, please, Divine Source. Do your current friendships serve the phase of life you're in? Yeah. I feel like this person is more platonic in nature with you too. But I think these are great questions to really think about and understand. And especially in regards to letting this person back into your life or not. Again, that's up to you. But it definitely feels like there's a lot of potential for you to really reconcile this relationship. Yeah. So that is the reading I have for you today, my pile of threes. Thank you so much for joining me and listening. And again, apologies for the lack of visuals in this relationship. I think that's an important aspect though. I feel like with this relationship, there is a lot more listening and active listening and communication that's emphasized more than anything visual. You know, I feel like this is a relationship that's really based on like being able to communicate well to each other. So continue to do that. And yeah, I really do hope the best for you and your person. And I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Hi, pile fours. If you've chosen this card, then this is your reading. So today we're looking at the question of what are their intentions? And so this is the energy of your person. We're going to be tuning into whether or not this is your reading by understanding if this person has these traits. Okay, so you have the tiger's eye. So this person is either Gemini or Virgo, but if that doesn't resonate, then they have the characteristics of someone who's more overthinking, someone who might be in a bit of a mood swing. They are also someone who's very successful. When I think of tiger's eye, I always think of success. So they might be successful in their career, in their home life, in their relationships, but I do definitely think that this person has a lot of insecurities. I feel like they're trying to be balanced. But again, the word is trying. So like they're trying to be balanced. So they recognize that sometimes they might be in a flux, and they might like be a bit more like everywhere at all time, like they're like everything everywhere at all time, kind of like there's just a lot of like chaos. Like they might be doing a lot, they might be really successful, but they might like be someone who's like who has a bajillion things on their plate. They're responsible for so many different things. Yeah, so that sounds like your person. Then this is your reading. So let's see their intentions with you. Yeah, and this reading is for people who are in more of a separation or reconciliation stage in their relationship. So let's see what their intentions are. What are the intentions of this person what are the intentions of this person for my pile fours? You have Page of Cups to start. Then you have the Nine of Cups. And then the Ace of Cups. Oh, it's a lot of cup energy. A lot of cup energy. Then you have the Ace of Pentacles. They definitely want a new beginning with you. So let's get some more clarifiers. You have the Five of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Swords in reverse, the King of Swords in reverse, and then you also have the Five of Pentacles upright. So with this person and their intentions, it definitely feels like they want a new beginning with you. but I don't think they can communicate it in a really good way. I think with the King and Queen of Swords in reverse, I think both of you have a hard time really communicating what you're feeling. But I know that like this person also like feels a lot with all this cup energy. It feels like this person really like has a lot of emotions. Like again, they definitely felt a little bit more chaotic, a little bit more all over the place, but I think they're just trying to get a good grasp on their emotions at this time and being able to communicate it in a way that is more articulate. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I feel like there's a lot of conflict, competition, chaos, commotion, and cooperation with this Five of Wands here. Clarifying the Page of Cups, it feels like when they do have their head in the toilet, it causes a lot of commotion. So when they don't express themselves the way that they want to, it feels like it just causes a lot of tension between you two. But that tension, that like conflict is an opportunity for both of you to kind of be more responsive and more cooperative towards what's going on. Yeah, and I feel like they just kind of they need some time for self-care. I think they're just coming from a place of like they just kind of need to calm down. Cuz I'm hearing Taylor Swift's Calm Down in my head. It just feels like they're just a little bit like uneasy. They need some rest. They need some time to really like just kind of R&R, rest and recuperate. I don't think they have a good solid ground on themselves. So like that's why they have a hard time communicating. But the thing is that their intentions are that they definitely want this new beginning between you two, because you bring them like an emotional fulfillment and they want it to be stable. They want it to like have a lasting effect, especially with this Ace of Pentacles being clarified by this particular Five of Pentacles. They definitely want something to happen where it turns into something very balanced, very fair, very loving again. It feels like they want to have a loving relationship with you again. But I just think it just feels like they're in such a chaotic energy where they're having a hard time like speaking what they want. They're having a hard time finding the right words. They're having a hard time just kind of debriefing themselves and like just coming into a place of stillness. I think they need to do that first before having this connection come in. Although they really do want this connection to come in with both of the aces, they do really want this new beginning with you. It's just, it definitely feels like they're not ready, Yeah. And they want to see they want to have this metamorphosis with you. They want to change the relationship so that they can come to you with what they want to say properly. I just think they have a lot on their plate right now, and they need to like take a step back. Especially with this 9 of Cups in reverse, they just need to take a step back and recharge before anything can really fully happen between you two that is lasting, that is sustainable, you know? Okay, so let's get some advice cards for you for this connection. And I just want to say thank you so much for being here, my pile of fours. Thank you for joining me and supporting me and just kind of like watching. I think you're doing such a great job. And you know, watching tarot videos is a lot of self-development, so good on you. Yeah, okay. So advice for my pile of fours. Okay. I'm hearing upright, so we have the Lovers upright. Oh, that's a lot of cards. If I could just have 3 more cards, I would appreciate that. You have the 7 of Wands. You have the 2 of Coins in reverse. And just one more card, please. Divine Source. Just one more card. Thank you. 10 of Wands in reverse. So yeah, I think you need to not think about this too hard. You know, I think you should just kind of let them do them for now. It feels like Divine Source wants you to know that there's still a lot of love here with the Lovers. I find that this 5 of Coins is very similar to the Lovers energy, where like there's a lot of love, and there's a lot of potential for this to really blossom and grow between you two. I just think there's demons that I think you're still facing and demons that they're still facing, and there's just a lot on both of your plates for you to really for you to both really put in sustainable, and I think the word really is sustainable, work for you to blossom and grow together. I think both of you just need time to focus on yourselves, especially with you having this 10 of Wands in reverse here. I feel like there's just a lot on your plate, and I feel like you both mirror that energy of having so much on your plate. Same with this 2 of Coins in reverse. It feels like there's just a lot going on in your life where it's hard to focus on this relationship. And I feel like if you do focus on this relationship, it's not going to be good for either of you, because it feels like you'll both take out your stresses on each other. So having that time to really self-care and give back to yourself and focus on what you need to focus on right now will be the most beneficial for you two in regards to having this new beginning happening. It feels like there's just some time needed for you both to really get your stuff in order and get your own life kind of settled before having this relationship with this person, because I don't think it will do either of you any good if you both are in a place of stress for this to happen, for this to have potential. I think both of you just need to focus on yourself and focus on really giving back to yourself and taking care of what you need to take care of. Okay, and we're just gonna get some writing prompts. So if you like to journal, or if you just want to think about these questions, then it's for you. Okay. You have the question of, how would you end a toxic friendship? What is something you miss doing with your friends? have described a time you had a falling out with a friend. Would you have done anything differently? And you also have, are you still close to your childhood friends? Why or why not? And last but not least, you have, I'm grateful to have blank in my life because blank. So yeah, these are the writing prompts that wanted to come out for you. And this is the messages from Divine Source that wanted to come out for you for this relationship. I think that this relationship for you has a lot of companionship and a lot of potential to grow. But I definitely do believe both of you just need some time right now to just kind of take care of yourselves, to rest, to relax before approaching this relationship again. But I definitely do feel like there's potential for it. So yeah, I hope this helped. I hope this resonated, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, or evening. Take care. Love you lots. Bye.